It'll be a scream on Fox May Events Mother's Day.
Hey, Fox 10 in Phoenix. You and the rest of the country are watching Fox After Breakfast. On today's show, actress Kathleen Quinlan, who's starring in the #1 movie in America, Breakdown. Our cowboy Jeff MacGregor is way out west where the buffalo roam. And speaking of cowboys, we'll check out John Wayne and some of the other sexy cowboys of the movie. Plus, we'll have a reunion with the cast of The Love Boat. I'm your announcer, Nancy Giles, with Road Warriors Jeff MacGregor, Phil Keoghan, and Suzanne Wong. And here's your host, Tom Bergeron, with special guest from Living Single, but she's getting married, Kim Cole.
That's right, Kim Cole.
They're going to change the name of the show.
Kimberly's
We're going to have to change the name of the show. Nobody thought about this.
That's right. Well, most of them are living single. Look at Overton. Look at you. What do you got? It's like wedding night, headache, problem.
No. He's like, honey, what's happening there? I don't know. Maybe the girdle was too tight. I don't know what that's all about.
Well, it says here, it says we'll have a night of sin, surprises, and shocking confessions.
Uh-oh.
I have no idea what that's about. It's just a lovely wedding. Ooh, some international intrigue. That's all I can say.
You have to look at, they're all looking at you at home. They're looking at you, hoping for one little tease, one little piece of information.
International intrigue. Remember that I said that. That's it.
International intrigue.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Nancy Giles and I were talking earlier. I don't know that you saw this last night.
Hi.
American Masters on PBS last night was incredible, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. All about Jack Parr.
Jack Parr.
Fabulous.
Fabulous. Fabulous.
He was, right after Steve Allen, he was the host of The Tonight Show from 1957 to 63, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry I missed that.
It was really quite good.
The beginnings of talk show.
And you really get to see, I think, how manic and desperate Leno and Letterman look.
That's right.
By comparison.
Right.
He was so at ease. And
Much like yourself.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's because I regularly am counseled by Sheena Henkin, our Fox After Breakfast shrink, who helps alleviate any concerns I might have, career or otherwise. Right, Sheena?
That's right, Tom. You can rely on me. Kim, lie down later and I'll help you too.
I need a little help, girl. We'll talk.
Oh, really? That exact line is in tonight's Living Single episode.
Definitely. Take me with you.
What's your topic today, Sheena?
I'm going to talk about ordinary people surviving crises, and we all have them, and there's a way to do it that makes it much easier, much more successful than you might imagine.
And that really is the premise of Breakdown.
That's right.
Kathleen Quinlan.
Ordinary people facing extraordinary circumstances.
Indeed. So that's coming up a little bit later. Also, Nick Clooney will be joining us. And are you much of a computer person?
I've got one, and I've got a laptop. And I still haven't read the manual.
Really? Do you go online at all?
I've got it, I have it, I don't use it.
Okay.
I do have it.
Today you can learn everything you need to know. Our buddies from the Microsoft Network, MSN, are in the rec room, and there is a live on-air chat going on right now on the Microsoft Network, and that's Larry, Herb, and the Dish Diva are in there, and that's going on right now. And Larry, how do you get on board MSN during this hour?
Tom, it's real simple. All you need to do is you just need to go to the MSN homepage, which is www.msn.com, or you can just call 1-800-FREE-MSN and just get connected with the exciting community that is MSN. We got a lot of people in here. The Dish Diva is talking to some people from Australia right now.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Probably the people who created this here show.
Exactly.
Okay. Good enough. We'll check in with you during the hour.
Great, thanks.
Jeff is, of course, continuing his week
Way
out
out
west, and he's once again donned the J. Peterman look. Next to the Winnebago. What's on tap today, Jeff?
It's going to be very exciting today, Tom. It was very exciting here just a few seconds ago. Matter of fact, we're going to be out at the RBL Bison Ranch here, Clearmont, Wyoming, just outside of Buffalo, Wyoming. You may have noticed in the open we had a little bison with us, a little buffalo named Beeper, and Beeper's an adolescent and very rambunctious, so you almost saw the entire crew on top of the motorhome. And we had a lot of motorhome excitement yesterday, as a matter of fact. As per usual, let's take a look at the map delineating our progress coming out of Custer, South Dakota yesterday. Now, we had sort of an interesting thing happen. The roadside attraction yesterday was us. Just as we're coming out of South Dakota, the window in top of the motorhome actually exploded. So, what we had to do was pull out all this broken glass, cover it up with cardboard, big hole in the motorhome, And then we drove into Sheridan, Wyoming, with a refrigerator carton taped to the borrowed motorhome to Connie's Auto Glass, where we promised that if they could do it in under an hour, they'd get some quality network time, and here it is. So there's us trying to explain to them how this happened.
Do you think this ever happens to John Madden as he goes from one Fox football
I gotta believe
game to another?
Carrault did 25 years, the window never blew out. Don't know why that is. So we were in fact a roadside excitement, but we did manage to make it back from Sheridan, Wyoming, here to Buffalo, Wyoming. And I will be talking to Rich and Lily Boombaka in just a few minutes about the bison operation they run here, where you, that's right, you, Tenderfoot, can come out and ride and roam and feed the bison.
All right.
If, in fact, Beeper's not in a bad mood.
Okay, oh, good,
Beeper
okay.
the Bison sounds
Beeper.
like a new
Leave it to Beeper.
cartoon on Fox. Beeper the Bison. Beeper the Bison. He's wonderful, cute.
Maybe not.
Okay. Jeff, feel sorry for me. That's all I can come up with this early in the morning.
It's better you sing
I'll
that
work
than...
on it.
Before the show, we were doing our Eddie Murphy, Dr. Dolittle lyrics. Those we can't do.
Which we can't do now.
In the news, and she's all over a recent edition of TV Guide, and she was all over the national anthem last night. You want to take this one?
While singing the national anthem before the Detroit-Anaheim NHL playoff game Tuesday night, Xena star Lucy Lawless popped out of her top.
Oh,
Why,
say, can you see?
Any bosoms on me? Just popped right out. And she was wearing a bustier outfit and apparently lifted her arms, and the rest was history. So she'll be getting more calls. She'll get a lot more work.
And
Xena, make it work for you, girl.
She closed her set with a lovely rendition of Thanks for the Memories. But you know... Okay, we are pleased to welcome to our humble apartment the star of the #1 movie in the country right now, which my wife Lois and I saw last night, and it's darn good. It's darn good. You know her from, among other movies, Apollo 13 and The Doors. She's here with us now, so at least you know that in real life, she's okay. Kathleen Quinlan!
Break down!
Oh, good. I thought we lost you for a second. Kim Cole, Kathleen Quinlan, how are you?
Hi.
Good to see you again.
Good morning.
Nancy, what else is coming up?
Well, Tom, come aboard. I can't sing that. The cast of The Love Boat are setting sail after all these years in just a bit. And find out what makes cowboys like the Duke so irresistible. American movie classics Nick Clooney shows us the sexy side of our favorite cowboys. So stay tuned. Actress Kathleen Quinlan is next on Fox After Breakfast.
Fox After Breakfast is brought to you by Kellogg's with good taste, nutrition, and value. The best to you each morning from Kellogg's.
Rise and shine.
You're so obnoxious, but employed. Nice way to treat your brother.
Here, gotta run.
Kellogg's Nutri-Grain bars.
Low fat, no preservatives. What's it taste like?
A soft crust with real fruit in the filling.
I'd eat this on my way to work.
Or to an interview.
Kellogg's Nutri-Grain bars. Start your morning off right. And introducing new mixed berry Kellogg's Nutri-Grain bars. 3 berry flavors, 1 luscious real fruit taste. The news is out. Mixed berry season has just begun.
Start counting. You're just 14 days away from healthier, shinier hair. That's the promise of Pantene Pro V. You've brushed and blown away the shine. Now in just 14 days, you can start to bring it back. Healthy, shiny, strong hair.
Pantene's the first ever root-penetrating pro vitamin formula. Root to tip, it improves the entire length of your hair, actually keeping it strong.
In just 14 days. You'll see. The more you use it, the better it gets.
Pantene Pro V, for hair so healthy it shines.
Count on it.
Kazar, I am not eating that.
It's Kraft Caesar, and you're right. You're not.
What if I want to?
Sorry, dude.
But no matter where you go, one thing every mom knows. This is one of those things you're going to like when you're older.
Try the sophisticated new taste of Kraft Caesar. Classic or Italian, regular or fat-free.
I'm 56 and dog years.
Incredibly, Matchlight, the dependable one-match charcoal from Kingswood, is ready to cook on in just 15 minutes. So, the sooner you get Matchlight, the sooner you eat.
The leading authority on sleep.
People used to count sheep jumping fences. Now they count on Night-All Quick Caps. They're safe, won't become a habit, and help you fall asleep fast for the good night's sleep you need. Night-All will help you get your Z's.
Officer, I need your help here. What's the problem? I don't know. I think this guy's done something with my wife.
All right, calm down, sir. Tell me what's going on.
I don't know what the hell's going on. Last time I saw her, she was with this guy in his truck.
Officer.
Now he's saying he's never seen her.
Officer, I don't know what he's talking about.
Don't lie, you ignorant bum!
All right, calm down. Calm down. We've got her right here. She's fine.
All right, she's safe.
Okay. Kathleen Quinlan from Breakdown. You're both real good in this, but he has that whole nervous... I was sitting with my wife thinking that's how I'd be. Just completely, you know.
I can't believe how he plays that panic desperation. Just real tenuous. He's really good in this.
Yeah.
What was it like to work with him?
Oh, it was so tough.
I'm sure. What a hard job you had.
No,
Because all the women want to know what's he like.
Oh,
is he as sexy as we all think he is?
Yes.
Okay, all
yes,
of the above?
He is. All of the above.
Plus he plays panic real well, too.
And he talks about Goldie so sweetly.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Really?
Oh, that just makes the woman fall in love even more. Like,
I
and he
know.
loves his woman,
What was it? Did he say anything about Goldie that you can share with us that surprised you in terms of their relationship?
No, just in a general sense. It was, besides the fact that they were great friends, just a great admiration for her, you know. And they've been together for so long. So it was great to hear.
I heard Ron Howard kind of pitched you on working with Kurt Russell. Right?
It was, well, he didn't, he told me during Apollo, he said, you know, you might really enjoy working with Kurt Russell. And I said, you know, I've always admired his work, I would. I mean, I thought, well, when will that happen? But, and then Breakdown came along, so there you are.
And what was it like for you to be reunited with Ron Howard? Was it 20 years later after American Graffiti?
Yes. Well, I wasn't. I mean, I never knew Ron when we did American Graffiti. I would sit and look at Ron and Richard Dreyfuss and Cindy Williams. Oh, big movie stars on our high school campus. That's about as far as that went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this is for people who don't know, even though it is the #1 movie in the country. The basic premise is careful about those scenic routes.
Yes, be careful about those scenic routes. Watch for those breakdowns.
Yeah.
Don't accept rides from strangers.
Can we show the clip that had people screaming at the screen? I mean, it was like, no! This is from Breakdown, and this is the stupid decision clip. All right, let's go to the stupid decision clip.
Like this
There's always
a
a stupid decision clip. Yeah.
Right.
Here we go with Kathleen Quinlan.
Honey.
I think he's right. I think it's probably just overheated.
Right, but what if it's not? I mean, we don't need to stick out here, do we?
No, but just give it some time. Let it cool off. We'll be all right.
Getting pretty toasty out here. You sure you want to blow this ride?
No, but I don't know if I want to leave the car alone either.
Okay, what if I take the ride, call the tow truck, and order a nice cold iced tea?
And I stay here with a nice hot car.
Right.
Right.
Two stupid decisions, ladies and gentlemen.
And here it comes.
But you kind of have to make those stupid decisions or else it's a short subject.
The part that you don't see there is there's two bad guys floating around out there sort of harassing them.
Yeah.
And they don't have a whole lot of choice, really. So I wouldn't get in there personally, but I'd stay with Kurt Russell.
Yeah. What did you do on location? I mean, it's the vistas are beautiful, but I couldn't help but thinking, after you were done shooting for the day, it was like a lot of card games.
Actually, it was a lot of time with Jonathan Mostow, our director, J.T. Walsh, Kurt Russell, and myself, in these really tacky little hotel rooms for hours going over the script. Hours. Kurt is like this relentless blue-collar worker, you know. Yeah. So we went over and over everything with fine-tooth comb.
What was the favorite meal on the road?
Favorite meal on the road? We had this great craft service, I have to tell you. These guys had gutted out this truck, and they had everything in there, absolutely anything you could possibly want. So you had to kind of stay away from that craft service truck. Those were my favorite meals on the road.
Yeah.
No, I read that you said that doing a movie is easier than being a mom.
Absolutely.
How can that possibly be?
After about 3 months at home, I'm calling Chuck Bender and I'm saying, please give me a job.
How old are your kids?
So tired.
How old are your kids?
I have a 6.5-year-old boy, and I have a stepson who's 7.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they keep me really busy. Okay. And my husband and I do pretty much everything. So, and my son, I have a job where my son gets to come with me. I'm really lucky. So he's there with me the whole time. But there's, 15 people that'll help me at the same time.
Well, when you say you and your husband do just about everything, I mean, you really do. You're even like a handy person. Like, you're like the Tim Allen of your household. Isn't that true?
Putting things up.
Yeah, I like to do that. I like to do woodwork around the house and...
Why?
Why?
When someone else can do it for you?
Because
relaxing?
you know why? It's relaxing. And the results are right there. I don't have to wait like a year after I do a movie to see the ending of it. It's like right there, and I did it, nobody else did.
That gave us a thought for the perfect Mother's Day gift.
I shared
for
with her.
Kathleen Quinlan. Pardon my best. There you go.
Dig it up
Just
under
a
the couch.
little Mother's Day tool bag. From us to you.
Yay! Oh, that's fabulous.
And there's more.
Oh, but
Great.
wait, there's more.
Because you told us that you still sleep in your FX Breakfast Time T-shirt. Get the new updated model, the Fox After Breakfast bedtime shirt.
Thank you.
And starting today, every celebrity guest on the show gets a copy of Kim Cole's soon-to-be-released book, I'm Free, But It'll Cost You. There you go.
Let me take out my notes. Hold on. Enjoy.
That's good. Now, let me see those notes. I want to see
It was
those
just something
notes.
I was going to read.
It's
Good
great.
for you.
Kathleen Quinlan, Breakdown, #1 movie in the country. And can you stick around, because later Sheena's going to talk about the exact situation that happens to your characters, all right? Kathleen stays with us. God bless you, Adam, over there, sneezing over the breakfast foods that he's cooking. That was a lovely touch. A lovely touch. Apparently, we're not going to get the nose-wiping shot. You'll have to take my word for it. Nancy, other than Adam sneezing, what else is coming up on the show?
Thank you so much, Tom. Giddy up, folks. We'll go up close where the buffalo roam when our Jeff MacGregor takes us way out west in just a bit. But first, the cast of everyone's favorite cruise liner is back together again. It's a Love Boat reunion, and that's next on Fox After Breakfast.
Promise is something for everyone. It sounds like this, and like this, and like this. It's the sound of freshness, and you hear it every time you open a jar of Campbell's delicious new soups. Soup stock so full with fresh carrots, fresh celery, fresh onions, and firm pasta, we had to put them in glass just to show them off. Campbell's fresh-tasting, best-tasting new soups in resealable jars. Sounds good, doesn't it?
Sure does.
The new fresh-tasting soups from Campbell's.
As soon as your baby rolls over, you rush out and buy the walker, the jumpy thing, the expensive stretch diapers. But then you realize what you should have bought was a leash. And these new stretch diapers from Love's with stretchy sides to help stop those little gaps. And when your kids get wild, Love's work great on leaks. So great, it's hard to believe they cost less than other brands. Every day without coupons. With the money you save, go out to dinner. Let someone else chase your kids. Hey, live and learn, and then get Love's. New Love Stretch.
Fox May events tonight. The big night is almost here.
If I was any more relaxed, I'd probably just pass out.
Overton and Sinclair are getting married.
Try and walk like a lady.
Don't be late for the 1-hour season finale of Living Single at a special time, 8/7 Central tonight on Fox.
Fox 43, Airport Motor Mile, and Carlson Wagenlieb want to send you on an adventure. You could win 2 airline tickets anywhere in the continental U.S. just by watching the Fox Tuesday night movie, Mrs. Doubtfire, and Fox 43's great weekend movies. You can also register to win at any of the 13 Airport Motor Mile auto dealerships or Carlson Wagenlieb. Take off and visit your mother, or just fly away for fun. It's all part of Mother's May on Fox 43 from Airport Motor Mile, Carlson Wagenlieb, and Fox 43.
If you could choose any company to stand behind your installed home improvements, who would it be? Sears.
Sears vinyl siding, eaves, and overhangs look as great today on this home as the day they were installed. Fact is, with Sears vinyl siding, eaves, and overhangs, the only maintenance you'll have to do on the exterior of your home again is wash it down with a garden hose, and that's a guarantee.
Sears is a name you can trust, so call for your free in-home estimate. With Sears vinyl siding, you can rest assured that your home's exterior is protected and virtually maintenance-free.
If you've been injured, you might think that workers' comp is all you're entitled to. But you also may be entitled to Social Security benefits if you know what to do. Dale Buchanan knows. He's worked for the Social Security Administration, and now he's working for people just like you.
I know the system from the inside to your side, and I'm ready to help you get the benefits you deserve.
For your free consultation, call 637-4662. After all, it's your money.
Mr. Skine,
Damage report.
Captain, we have been hit by an uninsured spaceship.
Bruce, do we have proper coverage?
Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not an insurance agent.
It appears, Captain, the logical choice would be American Independent Insurance, sir.
Nobody in the galaxy has lower insurance payments than American Independent. We guarantee it. Payments as low as $15. Not available to Klingons.
Lowest rates in the galaxy. American Independent. Pick up your communicator and call. Clark out.
Welcome back to Fox After Breakfast, live from New York City with Tom Bergeron and his special guest, Kim Coles. Back to you, Tom and Kim.
Thank you, Nance. And now in our Fox After Breakfast book club, film star Kathleen Quinlan reads aloud from Kim Coles' book, I'm Free, But It'll Cost You.
You know you're a needy woman if you wear a patch on your arm to curb your addiction to him. Fatal Attraction is your favorite movie. You want to install LoJack on the inside of his underwear.
Okay. I'm free, but it'll cost you.
I said
it. Kim Coles, a narrative reading, Kathleen Quinlan.
Thank you. You're lovely. Right. Thank you.
Now, I saw the teaser for this $700 million movie, Titanic, last night before breakdown. And I couldn't help think that even if they keep the ending and the ship goes down, it would be a much happier bunch of dying people if they had the crew from The Love Boat. And Phil Keoghan, all dolled up, is with them today in Fort Lauderdale. Phil and the Love Boat gang.
Very, very exciting time. We have all 6 original cast members out with us here today. Let me show you the boat that we're on here today. We have a piece of tape to show you what it looks like. Stunning boat. This is the newest edition, the newest Love Boat. It's a twin boat. It's called the Dawn Princess. And it's about 3 football fields long. The perfect place to come and go cruising. As you mentioned, I'm all dressed up to meet the cast members today, and I got the captain's permission to take off these rental shoes. They're size 9.5, and my feet were killing me last night, so I'm in the sneakers.
Oh, good, it worked.
I just want to establish that from the beginning because I got the captain's permission. This is the captain, of course, of the boat.
Morning, Phil.
Good morning to you, sir. Thank you so much for coming out this morning.
Well, it's great to have you here, and it's great to be talking in New York City, the greatest city in the world.
You like New York, huh?
Loved it.
As part of the Love Boat, you got to travel all over the world, right?
We have. We were on for almost 10 years. We traveled all over the world, and I think that's one of the reasons we were successful. People who didn't have a chance to really do it just lived vicariously through our travels, and it gave them something to dream about.
You guys really promoted cruising as it is.
Before we went on the air, cruising was basically just for the affluent, and we went on and exploded. And as you can see, Princess Cruises, one of the top 3 cruise lines in the world, has got this mega ship. We have 9 mega ships now. This is 77,000 tons. Next year, 103,000 tons coming out. So everything is growing because of the Love Boat.
And you're one of the spokespersons. You help promote the whole Princess line.
Oh, it's a gift. It's a gift. It's wonderful to talk about cruising because it changes lives, makes people happy.
And you get to go on great holidays, right?
My wife and I have a ball.
Recognize this guy, Tom?
I certainly do.
This is the man himself.
It's like watching C-SPAN again.
I can't tell you how amazing it is. We have all 6 original cast members out here. This is Fred Grandy, of course. And Fred, you've been incredibly busy, so the captain tells me, since the end of the show.
That's right, when I'm not sunbathing in a tuxedo. I am the President and Chief Executive Officer of Goodwill Industries International, which is the largest network of private employment and training facilities for people with disabilities and disadvantages in the world, going away.
And that's one of the things that's been implemented here on the ships is access for...
This particular ship is really on the cutting edge of access to persons with disabilities. There are 19 individual staterooms that are completely outfitted. They have what they call ADA kits, which would be special assistive technology for people who might need a special phone or something like that. And all of the public spaces, as you can see, are wide enough and broad enough for any kind of wheelchair access.
Phil?
And yeah.
Fred, can you hear me in New York?
I can just barely
hear you. I'd watch you when you were...
just giving me the silent treatment.
No. When I'd watch you when you were a congressman on C-SPAN and you'd be talking, they would always key you with played gopher on the Love Boat. And I wondered if that undermined the impact of the speech in your estimation.
What did he say?
He said that when he saw you on C-SPAN, that they said that he played gopher on the Love Boat, and did that undermine anything that you were trying to do in Congress?
Just in the mind of the 500,000 constituents that I went home to. Other than that, it was a big deal.
Thanks, Fred.
Thank you. Let's walk along here, Captain,
all right.
with some of the other cast members. Like I said, all 6 original cast members, this is the first time that they have reunited on a ship Remember to say ship, not boat. And here are the characters here, Julie and the doctor. And the doctor, of course, we remember, and you seem to be, you didn't seem to be curing medical illnesses on the show so much as helping people with psychological problems.
I have never lost a patient in all of my career. I never cured anybody either. But here we are in this magnificent Dawn Princess, this new $350 million ship that we created because of our phenomenal acting.
And you guys are christening this ship later on this morning.
For you, it's christening. For me, it's something else.
I understand, sir. Any good memories from the show?
Lots of good memories. But today, Jill and I are going to be the actual christeners of the ship.
Now, it's important. Why don't we walk along here? It's important, of course, Captain, that that a woman christen a ship because...
It's essential.
It's essential, but that goes
Women do all important things in this world.
It's not good because I understand that the Titanic was christened by a man. Is that right? And that's why it sank?
Well, we've always said that, you know. I think some of the producers in New York wish it was a woman.
Let's go over here and meet the other two cast members here. Who could forget the barman?
Wait. I want to say hello to Kim Coles. Kim, how are you?
Hi.
Good to see you.
Hi. Hi,
and I want to say hello to Kathleen Quinlan because I saw her do Les Liaisons Dangerous in Los Angeles. She was fantastic. Do you remember that?
That's amazing.
Yeah,
wow,
you were wonderful. I loved it.
Well, now he's a big director here, so this is a good moment between you guys. You actually directed 17 episodes of The Love Boat.
That's right.
And now you're a big movie director.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to stay in show business.
Well, you are in show business.
And you shaved off your beard.
Yeah, I know, and my mustache. But I have a play. I'm also writing plays, and I have a play running in Los Angeles called Four Queens, No Trump, with Peggy Blow, Ann Weldon.
We're playing that here in New York, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. One Marla, no Trump.
Well, come to L.A. You'll see a better production.
Let's go over here and just say a quick hello to Vicky, because look what happened to the captain's daughter since the show finished some 10 years ago.
Hi, you guys.
Hi.
Are you old enough to now drink at this bar? That's what's happened?
I'm old enough to drink at this bar.
She's old enough to have a beautiful child, and she has that, too.
Oh, you're so cute.
Tom, I want to leave you with something special. Let's get all the original cast members over here. And guess who I found, Tom?
Yeah, I don't know.
You remember that music, the Love Boat music, right? It sticks in your head.
Yes, we've been butchering it all morning.
Everyone's been singing it walking around the boat. Let's get the original singer of that song, Jack Jones. He just walked down here this morning and we couldn't resist. We had to ask him. So what we want to do now is leave you with the original cast members here on this ship singing The Love Boat. Jack, if you wouldn't mind leading.
Man. Love, exciting and new. Come aboard, we're expecting you. Love, life's sweetest reward.
You're right.
Let it flow. It floats back to you, the Love Boat.
Tom, we're going to carry on singing here. Goodbye from the Love Boat, the newest Love Boat. Thanks to all the cast members and, of course, Jack Jones. Bye-bye.
Love it doesn't wait anymore.
You know what I love? The entire cast are looking at Jack Jones going, we never had to sing it before.
We don't know the words. We don't know the words. That's your job.
It's like calling yourself. You forget your own number, I guess, probably.
That was great.
Congratulations to them. They all look great,
They do indeed. They do indeed. All right, good enough. We're going to take a little look at what's going on here on this fine planet of ours with Uma Pemaraju. Her theme song, by the way, is Uma Pemaraju. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Uma
my, what an introduction.
At the Fox News Channel. Good morning, Uma.
Good morning, Tom, and good morning to all of you at home. Here's some of the stories making news today. You know, no one likes cockroaches. I certainly don't. And now you have one more reason to hate them. A study appearing in today's New England Journal of Medicine shows roaches are the leading cause of severe childhood asthma in our poorest city neighborhoods. The bugs apparently give off a protein that makes kids sick. Now, going to the dentist can be a real pain, but those dreaded drills may soon be replaced by lasers. The FDA has approved a new painless laser to fill up those cavities. At the moment, just 5 dentists in the entire country have it, but that will soon change. And the truth is out there, and for women hung up on X-Files star David Duchovny, the truth could really hurt because the handsome heartthrob has gotten hitched. He married Naked Truth actress Tia Leone in a small ceremony Tuesday in New York City. And Hollywood invades the south of France this week. It takes place at the 50th anniversary of the Cannes Film Festival. Power couple Demi Moore and Bruce Willis are on hand to promote his new movie, The Fifth Element. Other familiar faces on the Riviera, Romy and Michelle's Mira Sorvino, Bad Boy Dennis Hopper, and film legend Tony Curtis. A total of 21 films are vying for the festival's top prize, the Palme d'Or, and obviously everyone's trying to show off their best side. Take a look at that. And that's the latest from the Fox News Channel. Tom?
Does Tony Curtis have a chia pet on his head? All right. Nancy, what else is coming up?
Nice, Tom, nice. We'll talk to our shrink Sheena Henkin about handling a crisis. There she is right now, sharing those tips with the folks online. But first, saddle up. We're about to head way out west with cowpoke Jeff MacGregor, live from Wyoming, next on Fox After Breakfast.
It seems no matter where you go, people are hearing about Clairol's Herbal Essences shampoo.
Oh, it feels so good. Yes, yes, yes.
Herbal Essences, a totally organic experience.
Today's show, listening to our bodies.
My body's telling me.
Your hair is staying nice and easy from Clairol with Healthy Shine Conditioner. It works with your hair's own tones and highlights.
I don't know what her body's saying, but your hair's saying, oh, yeah.
It's nice and easy to be natural from Clairol.
Stuck in the middle with you. Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you.
With more material in the seat, our underwear always stays comfortably in place. Sorry, guys. Fruit of the Loom. Really, really comfortable underwear.
More Balmex. Do you guys know something I don't?
Yes.
Balmex really clears up diaper rash. And Balmex wipes off easily. Without irritating baby skin. Thanks, guys. You're welcome.
Balmex clears up diaper rash, wipes off easily.
Today, people who didn't send the money Western Union and the heartbreak it caused. Meet Sue and her boyfriend. Ex-boyfriend, Mike. What happened, Sue?
My car broke down. I called Mr. Wonderful here. Send money, I said.
And he didn't use Western Union.
No, and it took forever. I had to spend hours with the tow truck guy.
Mm-hmm. Meet Sue's new fiancé, the tow truck guy, Lyle!
Hey, it's your money. Use Western Union, the fastest way to send money worldwide.
As summer approaches, clothes are getting smaller and lighter. Are you? Maybe it's time to make Kellogg's Special K cereal part of your summer diet.
Fox May events tonight. For an undercover cop, there's no place more dangerous than prison. No gun.
Nobody will say a word if you want to come out, man.
No backup.
He's unprotected.
Williams knows the risk.
And no way out.
You ain't talking your way out of this.
And all new New York Undercover. Tonight on Fox.
Tomorrow on Fox After Breakfast, from Suddenly Susan, Judd Nelson, actor Patrick Dempsey, and a curbside concert with the rock group Styx. And next week, talk show host and new mom Ricky Lake, TV icon Dick Clark, The Last Dawn, actor Danny Aiello, and comedian George Carlin.
No. Yeah, isn't that cool? George Carlin and all those people coming. Kathleen Quinlan and the bride tonight on Living Single, Kimberly Coles, right, my favorite little co-host this week.
Thank you very
yes,
much.
and for the next two as well.
Thank you.
Also, happy birthday going out to another favorite co-host of mine, Melissa Gobert, who's celebrating her birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Right now, though, before we go way out west, a man who's going to take us back in time in a few minutes to see the great cowboys of cinematic yesteryear, part of our extended family, kind of, from American movie classics. Nick Clooney's here.
Hey, hey, hey. Hi, so great to see you.
Good to see you again, Kathleen Quinlan.
Hello, Kathleen. How nice to see you. Hi, Kimberly. How nice to see you.
What we thought we'd do, Nick, is sort of set up the premise for your segment coming up by going once again way out west. Right, Nancy, with Jeff MacGregor. Give it the whole graphic treatment.
All right, Tom, it's time for Way Out West with Road Warrior Jeff MacGregor.
Who was doing that?
I threw that in for you, Jeff.
Oh, good morning, everybody. Tom, Kim, good morning, Nick. Nice to see you again. Hi, Kathleen. I am standing in Wyoming, and I'm a very lucky man to be able to do that. It's a beautiful morning out here. The smell of sage alone was worth the trip in the motorhome with a bunch of people who haven't washed much this week. We're in Clearmont, and we're just a little hoot and holler down the road from Buffalo, Wyoming. And as most of us know, at one time, the Great Plains were carpeted with North American bison. 60 million by some estimates in the middle of the last century. And since then, they have become nearly extinct. But through the efforts of folks like the Boombakas, Rich and Lily, they are making a very strong comeback here out west. They run a place called the RBL Bison Ranch. And we've been lucky enough to spend most of yesterday, last night, and today out here. Rich and Lily, welcome to the show. How are you?
Jeff, how are you this morning?
I'm very well, thank you. Lily, how you doing?
Just fine.
Could you swing over and just get a shot of Beeper? We had to put Beeper in the doghouse. He had to have a little bison timeout. He got a little feisty during the tease, so we're standing at a safe distance. He's got some issues, apparently, about the amount of attention he gets. So how big's your spread here, Rich?
Jeff, we run about 3,500 acres is what the ranch located at.
And how many head of bison do you have out here?
We've been up as high as 600. We get down to 4. We slaughter every month. So we get down as low as 4. We get back up to 600 head.
Now, one of the things you have to understand about the ranch is that you can come out here, city slicker-like, and have the experience of riding out on the range and meeting the bison. So let's take a look at some footage that we shot yesterday with Rich, just to give you a good idea of how beautiful it is out here. So let's take a look. What are we seeing there, Rich? These are just, you've got these herds roaming free pretty much across the whole place, right?
What those are is mother cows that have just started calving. Their babies are about a week to 2 weeks old. They pretty well protect them when they're young, so we couldn't get too close to them, but those are the mothers and the new calves.
I got a couple of nasty looks when I stepped off the truck yesterday. Lily was, of course, smart enough to say, get the hell back on the truck. So, Lily, do you get folks coming here from all over the world?
All over, yes. All over the United States, a lot of foreigners we get coming in.
Now, one of the things that you can do out here, in addition to just going out and sort of seeing them at a distance, and this is the part I love, is that Rich will take you out in a school bus and you can feed them by hand. Take a look at that. Roll the tape, if you would. This was us yesterday with Rich. Now, did you have to train him to do this?
It took me quite a few years to get this particular herd gentle enough to come up to the bus and eat out of your hand.
Now, that's the bison named Frenchie.
This is Frenchie, and if we get a shift shot here, his tongue is the name Frenchie.
Yeah, okay. Well, we didn't go through with that. That would have been an awfully silly thing, but the tongue on Frenchie's quite a thing to see.
Wow.
So what is it that folks get to do when they come out here?
Well, basically what we do mainly is take them out in the tour. We go out in the middle of the herd, and they feed the bison out of the windows. We have cabins for them to stay in. We have a restaurant where we eat basically all bison meat, which this whole crew ate last night, and I think they really enjoyed it.
It's terrific, and it's much lower in fat than beef, correct?
Quite a little lower in fat. Bison has 1.7 milligrams of fat, where beef has 8.8. We've learned how to feed them and give you that old taste we used to taste on the beef when you had that inch of fat, but we don't have the fat, the cholesterol, or the calories in the bison.
It's a terrific meal, and the experience of coming out here, I must say, if you're out on the road for your summer vacation, you must stop here. It's unlike anything you've ever seen. Rich and Lily are very nice folks. I want to walk over near Beeper at least to see. Now, you can actually usually get him to kiss you, can't you?
Well, Beeper he's just coming 2 years old. He still thinks he's a baby, but he'll weigh close to 1,000 now.
Jeff?
He's a very spoiled kid is what he is.
Yeah, Tom.
Before you get Beeper to kiss you, does he know about the bison meat dinner last night?
We try to keep them in the dark about that, Tom. It's the way the system works here. It's the natural cycle. So anyhow, we have to go. I'm getting the big rack up from Larry Hochberg. I'd like to thank Rich and Lily Bombaka. It's a terrific place. Stop by if you get the chance.
All right, good enough. Thanks so much. The land is so beautiful, and the sky just wide open.
I'm glad I didn't have to see anybody kiss the bison. I don't want to see that.
Oh, that tongue
was scary.
Oh, man. Okay. We're going to take a break, and then we're going into the cinematic West with Nick Clooney, and later on we'll talk with Sheena Henkin, our Fox After Breakfast shrink, and talk about the plot of Breakdown, Kathleen, and that is when ordinary people get thrust into extraordinary situations. Coming up on Fox After Breakfast.
It sounds like this.
and like this, and like this. It's the sound of freshness, and you hear it every time you open a jar of Campbell's delicious new soups. Soup stock so full with fresh carrots, fresh celery, fresh onions, and firm pasta, we had to put them in glass just to show them all. Campbell's fresh-tasting, best-tasting new soups in resealable jars. Sounds good, doesn't it?
Sure does.
The new fresh-tasting soups from Campbell's.
So, I see you're baking cookies.
Uh-huh.
How are those cookies coming along?
Great, thanks.
Baking cookies, huh?
That's right.
Pillsbury chocolate chip cookies are hot, fresh, loaded with melted chocolate, and ready in minutes. So simple they practically bake themselves. So you never have to make time to make cookies.
So, baking cookies again, huh?
No, I'm just making the bed.
Oh, well, you could be.
Fox May events. You're invited to Sinclair and Overton's wedding on a special 1-hour season finale of Living Single. Tonight at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
It would appear we're being pulled over by Galactic Police Captain.
Steady, how fast will we go?
We're doing Warp 7. This is our Warp 2 zone.
I cannot afford another ticket. We've got to call American Independent Insurance now.
Too many tickets? Insurance payments as low as $15. Call American Independent now. Lowest payments guaranteed.
The lowest rates in the galaxy. American Independent. Pick up your communicator and call. Clock out.
Don't suffer through another sweltering summer. Beat the heat with a big 15 by 24 family-size pool from the Pool Depot for as little as $385. You're thinking $385. Not a bad deal for a pool. But what about the installation? $385 includes installation on your ready site. $385 also, for a limited time, includes filter, pump, in-pool ladder, 2 sun decks with safety stairs, and a free solar cover. That's right, all that including installation. $385. Can you beat that? No, you can't. This is the summer you've waited for. The wife, the kids, relaxing around the pool, playing in the cool water. But we're wasting time. Call the Pool Depot now, 1-800-678-1133, and ask for your free yard survey. Tell them you want the works for $385, or ask how you could save over $2,300 on the top-of-the-line Elite model. But call now. You may never get a better chance to put a pool in your family's backyard. Just $385 while they last. Homeowners only, please.
We're talking today with attorney James Milligan. Mr. Milligan, do you ever represent the person who causes the accident?
No, in my practice, I represent only the injured victim. In most cases, the defendant or responsible party doesn't need to hire his own attorney. His insurance company does that for him, and they pay his lawyer's fee. My clients only pay for my services when I am successful in getting them a judgment.
If you've been injured due to someone else's negligence, call the law offices of James L. Milligan, Jr. and Associates at 546-7300.
The switch is on to Fox 43. Switch to Fox 43.
Want to be a TV star? Join the ranks of great co-hosts like Melissa, Florence, Gladys, and so many more. We want to make you a star for a day. It's the Fox After Breakfast Coast to Coast Co-Host Contest.
Imagine your head here.
Got what it takes? Let us be the judge. Make a VHS videotape and tell us in 60 seconds or less why you'd make the perfect co-host for a day. Send your tape and a postcard with your name, age, and phone number to Fox After Breakfast Coast to Coast Co-Host Contest. P.O. Box 900, Madison Square Station, New York, New York, 10159-0900. All entries must be received by May 19th. Everyone who enters will be eligible to win great vacation trips like a week's vacation in Florida at your choice of Ramada Inn, Plaza, or Hotel, days in or nights in. A week anywhere in the continental United States at Howard Johnson's where you feel at home, or Travel Lodge, home of Sleepy Bear. And a European holiday at an RCI resort. But that's not all. 4 finalists will be flown to New York City for 6 days of fun. Then one lucky winner will be chosen to co-host with Tom for a day and drive away with a brand new Chevy Lumina. It's the Fox After Breakfast Coast to Coast Co-Host Contest.
You'll love working with me.
You'll love working with him unless you're a Fox employee. You're not allowed.
Can't join if
me.
you're Fox, yes.
So now we were talking about Way Out West and with sexy cowboys. We've got our own sexy cowboy out there, Jeff MacGregor.
All right.
Doesn't somehow work. And we're going to talk about sexy cowboys now with our expert, Nick Clooney.
You're darn right. I'm an expert on
Movie
whatever
expert.
you want to talk about.
Movie
Absolutely,
expert.
Kimberly.
What is it about cowboys that just...
Kimberly, I don't get it.
I don't get it. I'm here to tell you I don't have any idea. I don't have a clue. No, move right on to the next segment because I don't know. Well, that's why they walk funny.
I think so. But what is it about sexy
exactly
movies and Gary Cooper and
Kimberly, isn't it first the look? Isn't there that just that
the swagger?
You get the swagger, you get the kind of faraway look over the horizon, you get the kind of tall, slim guys, and it starts off in adolescence. You got the Roy Rogers, you got the Gene Autry, you got the Herb Jeffreys, you got all those folks who did those adolescent cowboy movies, and it grew on into the tall, you got your Gary Cooper.
Okay.
And he became sort of the quintessential cowboy, didn't he? And eventually it moved into the John Wayne icon phase. And I'm not exactly sure. We just invented cowboys, you know. Cowboys were really just hardworking, very low at the economic end of the scale. Didn't have much going for them at all. But I think it was the industrial age. Here, men didn't know what they were supposed to do anymore. You know, they're no longer the guys who are going out to get the deer and bring them up the horse and bring it back. Come on.
From the movie standpoint, from the movie standpoint, it was like the early
I was
cowboys.
making a point there.
You know, and it was a darn good one. But you had like Gene Autry and Roy Rogers. They'd sing to their horses and kiss them at the end of the movie. And then you went on to the Gary Coopers and John Wayne, probably the quintessential cowboy.
Yes.
Right.
Who even brought politics into cowboys. You know, he hated High Noon because he thought it was an anti-American movie because Gary Cooper took off the star and threw it in the dust at the end of the movie, and he felt that was anti-American. Interestingly enough, in The Angel and the Bad Man, John Wayne himself, 4 years before, had taken his gun and thrown it in the dust and gone off with the Quaker girl, and that beautiful Quaker girl right there, Gail Russell. She's beautiful in The Angel and the Bad Man. And that was sort of a statement as well, but John Wayne did not feel that was political. That was sort of a moral statement. He
was a little dicey in the moral political department. Thank you very much. You know, John wasn't exactly the paragon of virtue.
Tom, please, he spoke so highly of you. I just can't imagine how you could possibly say that. No, it's very true. And when it did fold over into politics, I think that's one of the things that destroyed our vision of what the cowboy was, don't you? Because now all of a sudden the cowboy is too complex. The whole point of the cowboy, one of the things I think was appealing.
Exactly. And the dirty jeans and eating beans and just home on the range.
Exactly. A very simple thing. Everybody knew what, and besides which, the cowboy always left, which was great. You know, all you had was this wonderful memory. Shane, he's older, and all you have is left is a memory. Can you imagine that?
Talk about our modern cowboys.
Oh, look, I knew you would do this.
Matthew McConaughey. Yes. Now that I can work with.
Well, he did Lone Star last year, of course, and so many people now think of him as sort of perhaps the modern vision of what a cowboy might be. Where he living now?
We have the modern vision of what the cowboy. It's the father-son cowboy look that I think is going to be the next rage. And I think we have a shot here. Here we go.
Well, you know, family modesty had forbidden me pointing out. George is probably the best looking cowboy. I like the hats.
Very nice. Nick Clooney from the American movie classic.
He looks like his mother.
Part of our extended family. The Microsoft Network chat continues right over here in the rec room. You can get on Microsoft Network on the internet. Stick with us, Nick, because next we talk about the central premise of Kathleen Quinlan's movie Breakdown with Sheena Henkin, our Fox After Breakfast shrink, when extraordinary circumstances happen to ordinary folk.
Group therapy time.
Yes, come on. Boy, do I need. Let's all lay down on the couch.
Don't you wish you could get the soothing, gentle cleaning of a bath every time you change your baby? Introducing Pampers Baby Fresh. Baby Fresh and Pampers got together and made a wipe quilted, thick, blended with soft, natural fibers. A wipe gentler on your baby's skin than the other leading wipe. So now every change is more soothing, gentler, and just from the bath fresh. Introducing Pampers Baby Fresh. Pamper your baby. Bathe them in gentleness.
Taking the best care of your cat makes you feel pride. That includes feeding him Purina Cat Chow brand cat food. Cat Chow has a unique formula of 42 essential nutrients cats need to stay healthy and active. And it's 100% complete and balanced.
his soul. But what's he know? As if he had a clue. I know he loves me, oh, but trust me, if he only knew.
For every other day of the year, wouldn't it be nice to wear underwear that actually turns you on? Fruit of the Loom, 100% cotton, stays comfortably in place. Really, really comfortable underwear.
You love to indulge in decadence and still look delicious. So Nestle Sweet Success is more luscious than ever, and just 200 calories. With Nestle Sweet Success, you can lose it all and have it all at the same time.
Mom says it's important to eat healthy, so we're eating more salad. Lots of it when it's got the dressing we all like.
Hidden Valley, just bursting with the garden fresh taste of herbs and spices. Hidden Valley Ranch, good things grow in Hidden Valley. Fox May Events. It's the most haunting Friday night yet. A Fox Terror Fest on vampires.
Who's there?
And all new Sliders. Then
the Antichrist appears and slaughters the faithful.
Frank Black faces mankind's worst nightmare. A brand new millennium. It all starts Friday at 8, 7 Central.
Hey, Star-Studded Thursday edition. We hope you're enjoying it of Fox After Breakfast. Sheena Henkin, our Fox After Breakfast shrink, has us all on the couch and chairs now as we talk about, really, as I said, the central premise of Kathleen's movie Breakdown, which is what happens if you're an ordinary person and an extraordinary thing happens to you. In this case, Kathleen's character is abducted. Kurt Russell has to find her, get her back, fight the bad guys. And he talked about what it was like for him as an actor to take on that role. Let's go to that.
He questions his own courage from the very beginning, and then finds himself in a situation where it asks for a lot of courage. He doesn't display much. What he does do, I think, is what a lot of people in real life do, which is you stumble forward. You don't necessarily take the bull by the horns in this kind of situation, but you do stumble forward, hopefully.
Or the bison, as we saw earlier. But you said if it were really Kurt doing it, the movie had been over quickly.
Yeah, I don't think it would last very long if it were really Kurt, to tell you the truth.
But the situation, while dramatic, is not uncommon to we ordinary folk, right?
Oh, I mean, it's common to everyone, but I think before we deal with the bad news, here's the good news. We're built for it psychologically and biologically, to deal with crisis. Doesn't matter how small, how fragile, how scared you are. You're built to handle it. And so that's good to know. Know that. So when it comes your way, and it will, to all of us occasionally, you can do it.
But we're not talking about getting your wife kidnapped so much as the...
I don't know. I mean, it's like I lost my 3-year-old once for 20 minutes on a house with a cliff. I mean, it's not having my husband kidnapped, and not everybody's too sad about that, but losing your 3-year-old.
Yeah, that would have my heart in my throat.
Right, so you've got to know that don't panic. I mean, the enemy is your emotions, not the situation. Because most crises get resolved favorably. If your emotions get over the top, you get paralyzed. And he talked about being paralyzed in that clip before. And you can't do anything. And so you've got to calm down and don't get into that self-centered stuff about blaming yourself, whose fault it is, poor me, I'm the victim, because that consumes all your energy. And venting emotions make you feel worse, not better. You've got to make decisions, keep cool, and do something, Tom. You've got to do something.
Forward motion.
All the time, stumbling forward, like you said. You've got to keep going. And if you do, it's getting information, it's calling somebody.
How did you, when you guys were in those, hotel rooms out there in the hinterlands trying to figure out the motivations for your characters, was that important? How would real people deal with these?
Yeah, we always came back to, try to stay in reality, what a real human being would do, not like Arnold or somebody like that.
Well, how would you, Kathleen Quinlan, deal with, or have you dealt with?
I have a post-traumatic reaction.
Do you?
So I'm totally calm.
Yeah.
I'm totally calm. I've been through 4 fires, 2 earthquakes, childbirth. Totally calm. And afterwards, when I know it's over, I fall apart. Just fall apart.
Yeah, but after it's over, you can afford those emotions I talked about. But after it's over, you feel stronger, don't you? Going through childbirth, going through crisis makes us adults, makes us mature, makes us feel better.
Stay positive is knowing that you're going to come through it.
You've got to stay positive, Kim, because it just works out better if you do. I didn't invent that.
Your Sheena tip for dealing with trauma?
Sheena tip to deal with trauma is don't panic, do something, anything, and keep doing something.
Like, for example, we're rapidly running out of time. We're not panicked. Everybody on that side of the camera is. We'll be right back. Thanks, Sheena. Yeah, really.
Fox After Breakfast is brought to you by Johnson & Johnson, where the best ideas for babies are born.
Johnson's knows it may take weeks for babies to fully develop the ability to blink or tear. That's why Johnson's Baby Shampoo is as gentle to the eyes as pure water It's mild enough for newborns and the #1 choice of hospitals, Johnson's.
My wife says brushing your teeth is out.
She does. Smart families don't just brush their teeth, they reach with the Reach Plaque Sweeper. Its remarkable bristle tip sweeps plaque even from back teeth. To clean hard-to-reach places, don't just brush, reach.
I believe kids today shouldn't be afraid of a little hard work. Like my Bobby, he's a whiz at cleaning the dishes. He even scrubs the really tough ones before he puts them in the dishwasher.
Introducing the power of Cascade Gel. Now breaks up tough foods better. Other gels can leave this, but Cascade leaves virtually spotless results.
Perfect. What a good boy.
New Cascade Gel. So clean, it's virtually spotless.
Fox May events. You're invited to Sinclair and Overton's wedding on a special 1-hour season finale of Living Single. Tonight at 8, 7 Central on Fox. The world's funniest kids outtakes 2. Sunday at 7, 6 Central.
Yeah, besides the Neville Brothers, that's one of my favorite New Orleans bands. And I knew exactly where to find them. Right here in the Good Times Guide to New Orleans. This free guide will take you to all the secret in spots in New Orleans. And it could be yours for free if you call this number right now. From shrimp po' boys to superb French cuisine, your free Good Times Guide to New Orleans is your own personal maitre d' to it all. But don't stop at the food and the music, babe. Design your own personal New Orleans vacation package. Plan a riverboat cruise, French Quarter tours. Plus, there's a lodging guide with a secret phone number to the best room rates in town. So call for your free Good Times Guide to New Orleans right now.
That's right, Arthel. Now's the time to start planning your 3-, 4-, or 5-day fun trip to New Orleans. All you need is a Good Times guide with over $2,500 in coupons. Call now.
$2,500 in coupons? You gotta call. Come to New Orleans, Jack. Come join the parade.
Hi, folks. Ed Brantley here to speak to you for just a moment about the allergy-free electrostatic air filters. We've been using these filters in the Brantley household for more than 4 years. I get relief. I used to suffer from the worst allergies you could ever imagine. But now, no more allergy problems. My children are better. We dust less often, and we don't have to go to the store and buy those disposable fiberglass filters. Listen to these comments from other satisfied customers.
Oh, it's a superb value. The cost of the allergy-free filter is minuscule in comparison to the benefit that it delivers.
The dust is not even an eighth of what it used to be. It's unbelievable.
We have cleaner air in our home because we use the allergy-free filter.
For a special discounted price, call right now. Have your filter size and credit card ready. Call this number right now, 1-800-99-12345. That's 1-800-99-12345. Tonight on our little network, sure, New York Undercover's on, but before that, our Kim gets married. Yes, Sinclair's married in a special 1-hour season finale of Living Single, which apparently will have to be retitled next season. That's all coming up tonight. Tomorrow, not only Judd Nelson, Patrick Dempsey are with us, but Streetside Concert as they reunite for us Styx in concert on the street. That'll be very cool. Nick Clooney, Kathleen Quinlan, Sheena, the entire gang from the Love Boat, and everybody way out west. Just a wonderful show. Thank you much. Thanks, Phil. Bye. Thank you, Jeff.
Where's my horse?
I heard it. By the way, I just want to mention, Kim Coles and I, for those of you at your computers, will be with the gang from the Microsoft Network with the Dish Diva and hubby in about a half an hour online as that chat continues, and we'll be back tomorrow for another thrill-packed, another thrill-packed edition of Fox After Breakfast. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
We're talking today with attorney James Milligan. Mr. Milligan, why is it so often necessary for an injured person to retain an attorney? Can't they expect to be treated fairly?
I've always considered aging really the ultimate challenge in makeup, to try to make it look totally believable and not like makeup. I mean, that's the ultimate. So I'm a